Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the end is near. And by far, no lie, I think this is going to be a bigger exodus from one app to another. Honestly, I can't wait to see how far this all goes because new things are popping up over and over again, and it's getting interesting to watch. Now, if you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know, but TikTok has a very, very high chance of getting banned from the United States on January 19th. And everybody has been going crazy over this news. It's been happening for a while. The whole issue with the company that holds TikTok not being American, and the American government being scared that their citizens' information data are being collected by a foreign government. We saw the CEO of TikTok, if you remember, he's Singaporean, go to a congressional hearing about this ban coming through. And might I add, all of that stuff is just trying to understand it 100% is hard because I am not an American citizen. I am a foreign person looking into what is happening in the US. And I'm not gonna lie, it has been interesting because, hey, we gotta see the beautiful, beautiful compilation of the questions that were asked to the TikTok CEO.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Let me ask you this. Joe Biden last year said that Xi Jinping was a dictator. Do you agree with Joe Biden? Is Xi Jinping a dictator?
Senator, I'm not going to comment on any world leaders.
Why won't you answer these very simple questions?
Senator, it's not appropriate for me as a businessman to comment on world leaders.
Are you scared that you'll lose your job if you say anything negative about the Chinese Communist Party?
I disagree that. You will find content that is critical of China on our platform.
The next time you go on, are you scared that you'll be arrested and disappear the next time you go to mainland China?
You couldn't take action after 41 days when a clear threat, a very violent threat to the chairwoman of this committee and the members of this committee was posted on your platform. You damn well know that you cannot protect the data and security of this committee or the 150 million users of your app because it is an extension of the CCP. And with that, I yield back.
Can I respond, Chair?
No, we're going to move on.
You cannot forget about the classics. Even to this date, right now, when we're nearing very close to the ban, people are still trying to push for an extension of the TikTok ban, and I don't understand why. I guess they're still trying to finalize someone looking for someone to purchase TikTok. And one of the people that has just came out of nowhere and said, hey, I'll buy TikTok, I'll try to. It was Mr. Beast, and unsurprisingly, I could see him owning TikTok, can't you? They didn't want the information being pushed out or being manipulated or collected by the Chinese government. So they decided, hey, we're gonna finalize it, we're going to ban TikTok from being used within US soil. And what did the Americans do? Simple enough. They went to an actually Chinese-owned application that works very similar to TikTok, and it's called Xiangshu. I hope I'm saying it right. Xianghongxu.
Xiaohongshu.
Or in the English name, it's being called RedNote. And this specific app is just, it's straight up TikTok, but it has some extra functionalities, and I used it. It's interesting. But the funny thing is seeing how everybody is now coming to this specific app, RedNote, and how they're being called refugees by the actual users of RedNote. And because of this ban and everybody traveling from TikTok to RedNote, RedNote actually ended up being the #1 most downloaded app in the US. And now you sit there and you think, well, I guess like these people are now invading this app and the hate is gonna be immense and everyone's just gonna hate each other. New people are entering this place and they're gonna defile the sanctity of the app. You would say that, but if you end up actually looking at the interactions that are happening on the app, a lot of love is being circulated and shared between all the people that are interacting with one another.
Hey friends from TikTok, I am Abe from China, and I just want to say it's so amazing to have you here. For so long we haven't really been able to connect or talk to each other like this, but now we finally can, and it feels so special. This is such a real chance for us to really get to know each other and maybe create something amazing together.
And it's kind of very funny to see it be that way, because if you look at the currently TikTok and how everyone interacts with each other over there, any of the American social medias at this point, it is pretty hateful, I'm not gonna lie. But we cannot say that there is just like rainbows and daisies and whatever. No, you'll find those situations where you'll find some hateful people. I'm not saying it's completely clean. No, you'll find the hate. But the majority, it's been very nice. It's been very nice to the point that people are now recommending, hey, if you want to use this kind of app, but the Chinese version, the alternative, hey, we have this list of apps you can use as substitutes. People are just out here embracing all the Chinese apps, and that's pretty surprising since we know the Americans' thought process when it comes to Chinese or China and their government. So it's very weird seeing everybody act this way, but I will say one thing. The Chinese know how to make something very good. And we have seen that if you pay attention to the gaming industry and seen the different releases China had into this market, even the latest one, Marvel Rivals, you can see that, hey, they are going to be dominating for a while. If they are, I hope people enjoy it, and everybody should understand that they're actually releasing something that the public wants. It really did seem like Western side of things, they were very lacking in this situation. Now we have the Chinese coming in full swing, just dominating everything Western. How far is this gonna go? Who knows, because there are still issues with using Chinese apps. As we know, the Chinese government have still a hold when it comes to these kinds of apps, and even though there are a lot of people complaining still, I completely understand the complaints, but at the end of the day, any government can do this type of thing. It's not just because, oh, China's doing it, we can't do it, it's bad. No, all governments at the end of the day want this type of thing. Is the whole idea why TikTok is even being banned. The idea of, oh, we can't have our data being sent out. No, we want our data to only be observed in-house. We don't want it to go to any foreign bodies. No, they want to keep all the observations in-house. And you want to know the saddest way you can look at this? At the end of the day, I'm going to ask you, who are you? Who am I? I'm not a person worthy of observing. You're not a person worthy of observing. Well, it depends on who's watching this. If you are, hey, please shout me out. If you aren't, hey, I hope you're still enjoying this video. We are just points on a graph at the end of the day. We aren't doing anything crazy. We as individuals mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. We gotta remember that. Even if they were to collect our data, what are they gonna do with it? Not really anything. Honestly, at this point, we do need alternatives to these major social media platforms. We can't all just be on Twitter. We can't all just be on Facebook or whatever is the new one. Everyone being on TikTok. No, we need alternatives to this. We need to put ourselves out there and to keep the circulation going instead of just herding all of us into one platform and then everybody just operates as an echo chamber and that's about it. We don't leave our own bubbles. No, we need this opening. We need to enjoy communicating with other people. Even if there's a language barrier, at the end of the day, we can translate through apps. That's what I did. At the end, I hope everybody gets to enjoy their time and have fun with this. All right, that's all that matters at the end of the day. And that's the end of the video. Hey, did you enjoy it? Why not like, subscribe, and tell me in the comment section below, are you enjoying these Chinese applications or even Chinese games? If you didn't like this video, hey, I'm not going to tell you not to dislike it. You can go right ahead. And I hope to see you here next time. See ya.